Ladies and gentlemen, WWE Money in the Bank is in the books. And we're going to go through and take a look back at everything that happened in the show, and I'm going to give my opinion about it. I want to start out by mentioning how cool the Intuit Dome looked tonight. They set that arena up to be a professional wrestling arena with the tunnel on the stage and the lights. It makes the entrances look different. It makes it look like a better event. It makes it look like a pay-per-view. Because I'm getting sick of having the Raw and SmackDown stages, all this bland bullshit for the pay-per-views. They're supposed to feel different. So good job, Intuit Dome. So per usual for Money in the Bank, they kicked off with the women's Money in the Bank. Alexa Bliss was the first person to grace this pay-per-view. Going into this match, a bunch of these women didn't really have Money in the Bank or ladder match experience, so I really wasn't sure what to expect. I think this is a canon version of how the Money in the Bank match should go. They did this exactly how it should be. It wasn't super crazy, it wasn't boring like it has been in the past years, it was right on the money. That was not a pun, but I realize it is now. After taking down Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss at the same time, Naomi was able to climb the ladder and win the briefcase. I think this was the best decision you could have done. Giving it to someone who has so much more story to tell is way better than giving it to Rhea or giving it to Alexa, which are women who deserve it, yes. But with Naomi, we're going to get so much fresh material. I genuinely can't wait. I think there was some heat of the moment botches in this match, but that can be expected for every match in the WWE. I think this match was fantastic. I think they did a really good job, and I'm very happy with the result. It's best case scenario. So a thumbs up from me. So next up we had Dominic Mysterio versus Octagon Jr. for the Intercontinental Championship. This was a match that was not originally booked on the card, but earlier in the day at Worlds Collide, Dominic Mysterio got into a little tussle with Octagon Jr. And out of anger, he booked the match, and the match happened. The match was fantastic. Both of these guys' styles mesh so well together. They're both so agile in the ring. They both have super good ring IQ. They're super young in the business. When I say they're the future, I mean I'm still really happy for what's happening with Dominic Mysterio. Fans are still cheering him, and WWE is gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do with him soon. Is he face? Is he heel? Octagon Jr. did a great job, but it was not enough to put Dominic Mysterio away, and Dirty Dom is still our IC champ. I think they both did a great job, and I think the pacing of this match was perfect for where it was on the card. The whole sequence of the show was perfect. It flowed perfectly the whole time. Next up, we have the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, running it back a second time. And before I talk about this match, I want to talk about them damn bird wings. If you want to stop calling her the fucking bird lady, stop wearing the bird wings. This match, if I had to explain it in one word, would be canned heat. They built and they built and they built it up so much that chants started getting louder and louder and louder before the match finished. It was a surprise to me because on a show with multiple ladder matches and crazy stakes, this match was still able to stand out in its own part. The manhandle slam was not enough for Lyra Valkyria, so Becky had to resort to grabbing some tights and cheating, and Becky Lynch is your new Intercontinental Champion. This wasn't a shock to me. I knew it was going to happen. I knew they were going to do that heel bullshit where she raises her hand. Classical. So then just steamrolling into our men's Money in the Bank match. What a show. What a goddamn spectacle. How good this match was. I mean, just like the women's match, this match immediately became a fight. Immediately became an all-holds brawl. I don't know how the fuck Grande did that move where he climbed up like 3 ladders, jumped up that shit. How is that even possible? Another big takeaway from this match is that we saw the turn of Jacob Fatu. He is no longer aligned with Solo. He hates you, Solo. I guess you could argue that this match was overbooked, but I think we need that. I think we need a match that you can say, God damn, that was a bunch of crazy shit. Because we're in a weird time in wrestling right now. Stuff's going a little awry. So after LA Knight got screwed again, and after that mediocre double sunset flip, Seth Rollins slowly climbed his way up the ladder and grabbed the briefcase. Seth Rollins is Mr. Money in the Bank for a second time. Seth was one of the 3 people I had in this match that would make sense to win, so I'm still happy about it. But I really think LA Knight should have walked away with this victory. He needs it. He keeps getting screwed, and eventually it's going to come for him. I think having the Money in the Bank in this new faction on Raw adds a ton of new layers to that story, and I have an odd feeling that we're going to see a cash-in tomorrow night on Raw. So maybe I'm calling it right here. Jey Uso versus Gunther, Seth interjection. If not, what, it's going to be Goldberg? I think this match was good. I give it a thumbs up. It is exactly what you want from a Money in the Bank match. Also, something completely non-related to the match that was, I guess, also in the match. That pop-up Samoan drop onto Bronson Reed from Jacob Fatu. I think somebody still should go check out Bronson. So ladies and gentlemen, to finish off the night, we had John Cena and Logan Paul taking on Cody Rhodes and the World Heavyweight Champion, Jey Uso. This match kind of started slow, but I think they were doing the casual Cena build-up where the match starts slow and methodical, and they work it up to where the crowd can get loud and crazy stuff happens. I think there was definitely some tag team turmoil between Logan Paul and John Cena. I don't know if they mesh as well together as they say. But what I do have to say is that moonsault from Logan Paul on the outside, and just before we thought this match was coming to a close, a man dressed in all black came and attacked Cena and hit him with the belt, later revealing himself as R-Truth, Ron the Truth Killings, has returned to the WWE after a few days after a massive media outfall regarding the news of his release. Triple H says it was all part of the story, but I call bullshit. His son said that was bullshit. They fired him, realized it was a bad decision, they brought him back, and now he's on an even better run, and I think we're getting a serious R-Truth. And I personally could not be more excited for that. They also announced that this is his last run. After this story unfolds, that is the last we will be seeing of R-Truth. The superplex to Logan Paul while he was holding the drone is so freaking cool. WWE is really getting technical now with like crazy shots and crazy stuff they can do in these arenas. Having the drone shots for the ladders, like when the men and the women were climbing up the ladders and having the drones going like all the way around them, that's fucking awesome. I think this match and this whole event rolled on exactly like it should have. The pay-per-view flowed like butter and I sat there the entire time and enjoyed it. The only thing I would have changed is maybe having LA Knight win the Money in the Bank, but I'm still really excited to see what they do with Seth. Super happy that we got R-Truth back, and it still feels weird having Cena as a full-time champion. But ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to leave it with that. If I had to rate this pay-per-view, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Book it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this video. If you want to see more from this channel, please check out all the videos you see. Please click through. If you're a wrestling fan, I promise you're going to love this channel. If you guys want to send me stuff to react to or quizzes or anything you want to see on this channel, DM me on my Instagram link in bio. All the other stuff in my bio is my TikTok, where you can see reactions to Raw and SmackDown. If you can't watch the shows live, you can watch them through my TikTok. And check out my BTB channel, where I do a bunch of vlogs with friends. This was a good pay-per-view. This was a good video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.